our live stream is up and running. We're going to begin our service on page 46 of our Sidurims with Hine Matov. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Page 48. Modeh ani lefanecha melech chai v'kayam shekazarta b'nishbati b'chemla rabba emunatecha. Page 48. Blessed are you, eternal our God, ruler of the universe, who's made our bodies with wisdom, combining veins, arteries, and vital organs into a finely balanced network. Wondrous fashioner and sustainer of life, source of health and strength, we give you thanks and praise. Blessed are you, O Eternal, who heals all flesh and does wonders. Page 49. The soul that you have given me, O God, is a pure one. You have created it and formed it, breathed it into me, and within me you sustain it, and you will hereafter take my soul to life everlasting. So long as I have breath, therefore, I will give thanks to you, O Eternal my God, and God of all ages, Master of all creation, ruler of every human spirit. Blessed are you, O Eternal, in whose hands are the souls of all the living and the spirits of all flesh. Page 50. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah. Blessed are you, eternal our God, ruler of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, and has commanded us to engage in words of Torah. Eternal our God, make the words of your Torah sweet to us and to the house of Israel, your people, that we and our children may be lovers of your name and students of your Torah for its own sake. Blessed are you, O Eternal, the teacher of Torah to God's people, Israel. Page 51. These are the obligations of whose fruit we eat in this world and whose full reward await us in the world to come. Together.
To honor father and mother, to perform acts of loving kindness, to attend the house of study daily, to welcome the stranger, to visit the sick, to welcome bride and groom, to accompany the deceased, to pray with sincerity, to bring peace where there is strife. The study of Torah is equal to them all, because it leads to them all.
Page 52. Blessed are you, eternal our God, ruler of the universe, who has implanted mind and instinct within every living being.
Amen. Blessed are you, eternal our God, ruler of the universe, who has made me Israel.
Amen. Blessed are you, eternal our God, ruler of the universe, who's made me free.
Amen. Blessed are you, eternal our God, ruler of the universe, who has made me in the divine image.
Amen. Blessed are you, eternal our God, ruler of the universe, who opens the eyes of the blind.
Amen. Blessed are you, eternal our God, ruler of the universe, who provides clothes for the naked.
Amen. Blessed are you, eternal our God, ruler of the universe, who brings freedom to the captive.
Amen. Blessed are you, eternal our God, ruler of the universe, who lifts the fallen.
Amen. Blessed are you, eternal our God, ruler of the universe, who makes firm each person's steps.
Amen. Blessed are you, eternal our God, ruler of the universe, who girds our people Israel with strength.
Amen. Blessed are you, eternal our God, ruler of the universe, who crowns our people Israel with glory.
Amen. Blessed are you, eternal our God, ruler of the universe, who gives strength to the weary.
Amen. Blessed are you, eternal our God, ruler of the universe, who removes sleep from the eyes and slumber from the eyelids.
Amen.
Page 55. Blessed is the one who spoke and the world came to be.
Blessed is God.
Blessed is the source of creation.
Blessed is the one who says and does.
Blessed is the one who decrees and fulfills.
Blessed is the one whose compassion covers the earth and all its creatures.
Blessed is the one who pays proper reward to those who revere in God.
Blessed is the one who lives and endures forever.
Blessed is the one who redeems and saves.
Blessed be God's name.
Blessed are you, eternal our God, ruler of the universe, the merciful parent, extolled by the words of God's people, praised and glorified by the words of pious servants. And with the songs of David, your servant, we will praise you, O eternal our God.
With praises and songs we will magnify and laud and glorify and declare your sovereignty and proclaim your name, our ruler, our God.
the only one, the source of life in the universe.
The sovereign whose great name is praised and glorified to all eternity.
Blessed are you, eternal sovereign, extolled with songs of praise. Page 57. Tov lehodot l'Adonai u'lezamer l'shecha elyon l'hagid b'boker chesdecha v'ma'atecha ba'aleilot. Page 60. The righteous shall flourish like palms, grow tall like cedars in Lebanon. Rooted in the house of the Eternal, they shall be ever fresh and green, proclaiming that the Eternal is just, my rock in whom there is no wrong. Page 60, we join together for Ashrei. Ashrei Yoshe Beitecha od yelalu chesela. Tehillah l'David erev mincha l'chaim hamelech v'abacha shimcha l'olam va'ed. Gadol Adonai lo me'od v'ligdoto ein cheker. Hadar kavod hodecha v'divrei nefiltecha asicha. Zecharav tufa yudaviru b'silecha yiraninu. Tov Adonai la'akol b'rachamav al k'ma'asav. Kavod machutecha yomeru u'gretecha yidaveru. Machutecha malko ko'olamim u'mamshaltecha b'chodor v'ador. Einei ko'elecha yisaberu ve'atan yotem lechem et ochlam b'yitov. Sadik Adonai b'kol deracha b'chasi b'chol ma'asav. Ratzon yirat yaseh be'et shavatam yashma v'yoshi'em. Tehillat Adonai yidber pi yibrek kol sarasham kroshol yolam va'ed v'nachnu nevarech ya mi'atav yad olam. Hallelujah. Page 65. Let every living soul bless your name, O eternal our God, and let every human being acclaim your majesty forever and ever. Through all time and space, you are God. We have no sovereign who redeems, saves, and helps, supports but you. God of all ages, ruler of all creatures, master of all generations, extolled by a magnitude of praise is the one who guides the world with loving kindness and the creatures with tender mercy. The Eternal neither slumbers nor sleeps, but rather wakes the sleeping and arouses the dormant. Gives speech to the silent and releases the bound, and supports the fallen and raises those who are bowed down. To you alone we give thanks.
Our tongues with melody as the roaring waves, our lips with praise as the heavens wide span. And though our eyes would shine as the sun and the moon, our arms extended like eagle's wings, our feet speed swiftly as the earth, still we cannot fully thank you, eternal our God and God of all ages, or bless your name enough for every one of the infinite kindnesses, miracles, and wonders you've performed for our ancestors and for us.
Therefore limbs and spirit and soul and tongue shall join to thank, bless, praise, and extol your name. For every tongue we yet affirm you, and every knee will bend, and all the upright shall bow to you, and every heart will revere you, and our innermost being shall sing praises to your name. As it is written, all my bones shall say, Eternal, who is like you. And David sang, Bless the Eternal, O my soul, and let all that is within me bless God's holy name. God, you are tremendous in your power, great in glory of your name, mighty forever, and awesome in your works, the sovereign, supreme, and exalted. Page 67. God abides forever, and holy is God's name. Therefore let all who are righteous sing God's song. As it is written, Sing you righteous to the Eternal, that upright do well to acclaim the divine.
By the mouths of the upright you shall be acclaimed. By the words of the righteous you shall be blessed. By the tongues of the pious you shall be sanctified. And in the midst of the holy you shall be praised.
And the assembled hosts of your people, the house of Israel, in every generation glorify your name in song.
May your name be praised forever, O sovereign, the great and holy God, ruler in heaven and earth. Blessed are you, eternal God and sovereign, exalted with praises, God of thanksgiving, master of wonders, creator of souls, who delights in hymns of song, the only ruler, the life of the universe.
We rise on page 68 for the Hatzi Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabba.
Amen.
V'yamad divrach yirtei yamlich malchutzei. V'chayechonu v'yoymechonu v'chayetecha v'Yisrael. ba'agala, bizman karib, v'yamaru amen. Yehesh me'rav ha'mevorach, le'olam olam le'almaya yitbarach, yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yitbar, v'yitraman, v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, shemeri kudusha, rehu, le'ela mikol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, tamira v'yalma, v'yamaru amen. Page 69, we join together for the Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach, Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed, Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Page 70. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Yotzer or borei choshech v'oseh shalom u'borei hakol. Blessed are you, O eternal our God, ruler of the universe, who performs light and creates darkness, who makes peace and creates all things. With compassion God gives light to the earth and all who dwell there. With goodness God renews the work of creation continually day by day. How manifold are your works, O eternal! In wisdom you've made them all. The earth is full of your creations. As it said, praise the one who makes the great luminaries, for God's love endures forever. Blessed are you, O eternal, who forms the radiant lights. Page 71. You have loved us with a great love, eternal our God, with surpassing compassion. Have compassion upon us, our parent and ruler, for the sake of our ancestors, who trusted in you and to whom you taught the ways of life. Bestow grace upon us and teach us. Our parent, the merciful one, who performs acts of kindness, have compassion upon us and instill in our hearts the desire to understand and discern, to hear, learn, and teach, observe and perform, and fulfill all the teachings of your Torah with love. Together.
Open our eyes with your
Your
Torah, and let our hearts
cling to your mitzvot. Unite our hearts to love and revere your name, so that we may never be shamed, and because we trusted in your great, holy, and awesome name, may we be glad and rejoice in your salvation. Bring us in peace from the four corners of the earth, and lead us upright to our land. For your God who performs acts of salvation, as you've chosen us from all peoples and tongues, bringing us close to your great name forever in truth, so that we may be able to thank you and proclaim your unity and love. Blessed are you, O Eternal, who chooses the people of Israel in love. Page 73. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto, Leolam Va'ed. You may be seated for the V'ahavta on page 74. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, b'chol levacha, u'b'chol nafshecha, u'b'chol me'atecha, v'hayu hadivarim ha'ele, asher nafi metzavecha, hayom alavavecha, v'shinatan levanecha, v'dibar tavam, v'shitecha b'beitecha, u'vletecha b'derech, v'shachbecha u'kumecha, Ukshartam le'ot al-yadecha, ve'hayu l'totafot b'neinecha, uktavtam al mezuzot beitecha, u'visharecha, leman tizkiru v'asitem ekol mitzvotai, v'etem kedoshim le'lechem, ani Adonai Elohechem, asher hotzeti etchem mi'eretz Mitzrayim, le'ot lachem le'elohim, Ani Adonai Elohem, Adonai Elohem, Emet. Page 76. True and enduring, beloved and precious, awesome, good, and beautiful is his eternal teaching. Together.
This truth we hold to be forever certain. The eternal God is our ruler, the rock of Jacob, the shield of our salvation.
God abides through all generations, and God's name is eternal. God's throne stands firm, the divine sovereignty and faithfulness are everlasting.
God's words live and endure, true and precious to all eternity.
Eternal our God, you redeemed us from Egypt.
You set us free from the house of bondage.
For this your beloved praise you, exalting God in song.
Your dear ones offered hymns, songs, praises, blessings, and thanksgiving to you as sovereign, the living and enduring God.
High and exalted, mighty and awesome, who humbles the proud and raises the lowly, who frees the captive and helps the oppressed.
Who answers God's people when they cry out.
All praise to God Most High, the source of blessing. Like Moshe and Israel, we raise our voices in the joy of redemption and sing as one. Page 77. Mi chamocha balim Adonai, mi chamocha ne'ar by kodesh, norati lot oisei fele, shirach harasha shebechu gilim, nishapam svat hayam, yachad kulam chudechu bikim lechu b'yamru, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. We rise for Sor Yisrael on page 78. Sor Yisrael, Kuma be'ezrat Yisrael, Uftechen omecha Yehuda be'Yisrael, Go aleinu Adonai, Tzibaot Shemo Kadosh Yisrael, Baruch atah Adonai, Gal Yisrael. Page 78. We join together for the Amidah prayer. Tefillah once again begins on page 78. Adonai sefatai titachu fi yagi tehilatecha, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu Imotenu, Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor V'Hanurah El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Konei HaKol V'Zocher Chastei Avot V'Imahot U'Mevi Geula Lifnei B'neihem Leman Shemo B'Ahava Melech Ozer Moshiach Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Abraham B'Ezrat Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Nechayei HaKol Atah Rab Hoshia Mashiach Ruach Amerid HaGeshem Mekalkel Chayim Bechesed Nechayei HaKol B'Rachamim Rabim Somech Noflim V'Rofei Cholim Umatir Asurim Omekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar Michamocha Bal Gevurot Umidom Elad Melech Menidom Mechaye Umasmiach Yeshua V'ne'eman Atalecha Chagot HaKol Baruch atah Adonai Mechaye HaKol Nekadesh et Shimcha ba'olam Ki Shem Shimach B'Shim Oto B'Shmim Aram Kach Katuv B'Yad Miviyecha V'kara Ze al Ze Ve'amar Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzivaot, Melo Kol Haaretz, Kivodo, Adir, Adirenu Adonai, Adonenu Adir Shemvav Kol Haaretz, Baruch Kivod Adonai, Mimkamo, Echad, V'Eloheinu, Avinu, Malkeinu, Moshienu, V'Hu Yashminu, Racham Hashnei, L'nei Kol Hai, Ani Adonai Elohechem, Yimloch Adonai Leolam, Elohai Yichzion, Ledor Vador, Hallelujah. Ledor Vador Nagid Golecha, Ulanetzav Netzachim Kedushacha Nakdish, V'Shivach Aleinu Abinu Le'emush Le'olam Va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. We daven silently until Oseh Shalom on page 88. join together on page 88 for Oseh Shalom. Oseh Shalom Bimromav, Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'imru, Ve'imru, Amen. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael. V'yimeru, amen. So, we're going to now turn to the Gabbai's prayer found on page 97. Go ahead.
Bless, O God, this congregation, those who lead and serve it, those who contribute to its strength. Bless all who enter this house, that the worship offered within its walls may be worthy of your greatness and your love, and that all who seek your presence may find it with the joy of community, the gift of diversity, and the vision of harmony. We offer our grateful thanks. Bless our land and all its inhabitants. Prosper us in all our undertaking. Be with those we have chosen to lead us, that they may strive to establish justice and opportunity for all, and labor to bring peace to the family of nations. Bless the household of Israel, wherever they dwell. Be with us here, where we worship you in freedom, and may those who live under oppressive rule find release and liberty speedily in our own day. May your favor rest upon Israel, her land, her people. Protect her against hatred and war. Grant that the promise of her beginning may ripen into fulfillment, bringing comfort to those who seek refuge, light to those who dwell in darkness, new hope to all humanity. And let us say, Amen.
Amen. And now we turn to the Mishe Berak prayer. Mishe Berak prayer may be found at the very back of our Siddurim. In just a moment, I'll be reciting names from our Mishe Berak list. After the names have been read aloud, if anyone would like to add any names to our list, please include those names at this time. Today's Mishe Berak list includes the following names: Miriam Mendel ben Shira, Nachman ben Malka, Alan Lewis, Esther Bat Ruth, Yehuda ben Joseph, Russ Pineri, Elia Ostraya, Emma Libros, Chaba Bat Sarah, Janice Tenanzo, Janice Robbins, Shoshana Elana Bat Devorah, Leslie Berg, Elaine Gordon, Jennifer Funchal, Shimon ben Abraham, Jerome Dowse, Yosef ben Alka, Yeheskel Moshe ben Achel, Jay Simkoff, Amy Appleman, Asher Ephraim, Yvette Zamos, Regina Pasternak, Eli Oster, Eileen Warner, Nick Rosala. Of course, we draw attention to those in Gaza, the hostages that remain in Gaza at this time. Do we have any additional names that we would like to include today?
Dolly and Roger Bloomfield,
Dolly and Roger Bloomfield,
John Corky and Joyce Hockenberry,
John Corky and Joyce Hockenberry,
and Frankie Barr.
Frankie Barr. Any additional names? Okay. Once again, we turn now to the Mishe Berak prayer found at the very back of our Siddurim. Mishe Berak Avotenu Mekor HaBrecha Le'imotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishe Berak Imotenu Mekor HaBrecha Le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shalema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. We now offer a Mishe Berak for the world found on page 98 of our Siddurim. Anyone like to volunteer?
Bless this planet and all things on it. Bless our human family, that we may bind together in peace and understanding, as we all are from the same Creator. Watch over those born at this time, and let the generation of survivors truly bring this world to fruition as it is written. so that you may be with us in peace, prosperity, and fulfillment. Help our leaders be wise, compassionate, and understanding. God, don't let democracy end. Let us have leadership at every level that respects the humanity of all. Let our country become the true United States of America. Let us be able to do for you as you do for us. Baruch Hashem, and let us say,
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. All right. So I did this yesterday. I'm going to do this today. It's a little bit unconventional, a little bit different, but I'm going to give everyone two options what we can talk about today. We can talk about our Parshat HaShavua, which we're talking about in our Torah study, or we can talk a little bit about Purim. What do you want to hear about today? It's up to you.
I was here yesterday.
I know, you were here. You got to hear about Purim yesterday.
Yeah.
So we have one vote. Is that one vote for Parsha? One vote Parsha? Everyone?
Purim.
Purim? Uh-oh.
Boy.
Purim?
Oh, boy.
Oh, no, it's getting close.
Purim.
Purim!
All right.
I'll tell you what, Pam, afterwards, if you want, I can still give the sermon, when we go offline, I'll give the sermon as well for our Parshat HaShavua as well.
That
I
works.
have both for today, so you can hear two.
Two for the price
Two
of one.
sermons. Okay, and it is a good sermon, by the way, so that's why it's kind of hard for me to pick for today. So, all right, so I'm going to talk a little bit about Purim then for today, and we will turn to our Parshat HaShavua afterwards. So, on Purim we read a line that can be taken from a news clipping that we read much later on in our history that comes more recently. And that news clipping read, "The greatest living history of the Jewish people who conspired at their very extermination is set to be executed by hanging." These words could not have been taken from Megillat Esther that we read only a few days ago, but could easily have been inserted verbatim into a story that we read in the news that would come in the 1960s. These words echo the memorable episode from Megillat Esther chapter 8 verse 4 in which Ahasuerus states in an edict that he has relinquished the house of Haman and ordered that they be hanged upon the gallows set for Haman because he had laid his hands upon the Jews. However, the opening quotation that I started with is not from Megillat Esther, as I alluded to, but it instead is from a press release and a series of press releases spanning the 1960s until 1962, detailing the capture, trial, and execution of Adolf Eichmann. And the press clippings, they should echo within us, eliciting a resounding sensation of deja vu after reading Megillat Esther. So imagine once again those words, the greatest living enemy of the Jewish people, who conspired at their very extermination, is set to be executed by hanging. A few years ago, a film, it was Operation Finale, it was released in American cinemas, and the film had documented the capture, trial, and execution of Adolf Eichmann by a group of Israeli secret agents functioning under the wing of the Mossad, who cooperated on the ground with a small group of local Argentinian Jews. The capture, as the film documented, was tricky. Eichmann was kidnapped and flown in secret from Argentina to Israel to face trial for his crimes against humanity and against the Jewish people. This, however, was not Eichmann's first visit to Israel. Eichmann first visited Palestine in 1937 to meet with agents of Haganah and hoped to resettle Europe's Jews to Palestine. And as the film points out, Eichmann later abandoned these plans in favor of a botched resettlement idea, a plan for European Jews to be resettled in Madagascar. And only after it becomes apparent that the Madagascar plan is also to be scrapped does Eichmann adopt the moniker the architect of the final solution. The film suggests that Eichmann leans on this defense during his capture, trial, and interrogations. However, the film had received mixed reviews because it humanized a monster by suggesting his moniker was only awarded after failures of resettlement. It gives a face to Eichmann as a caring and human person, a family individual, and the film portrays him as a loving parent, a loving husband, and even a loving son. And these are aspects we prefer to remain disconnected with when talking about criminals. We prefer to relegate Nazis, bigots, Klansmen, and Amalekites to demonization, and this sterilizes us from emotional pains. And for this reason, many Jewish groups reviewed very poorly on the film. Matt Leibovich of the Times of Israel wrote an article entitled "The Banality of Lies in Operation Finale, Eichmann's Falsehoods are Validated." And in the article, Leibovich suggested that the film focused on the kidnapping of Holocaust architect and humanizes its notorious antagonist and allows his deceptions to go unchallenged in the film. However, the film does offer us some valuable lessons about the story of Purim. The story Leibovich did not pick up on in his piece on Operation Finale is the earth-shattering aspect to the film. Operation Finale is not the first film documenting the capture, trial, and execution of Adolf Eichmann. Operation Eichmann was produced only in 1961. The Man Who Captured Eichmann was shown in 1996, and Eichmann was produced in 2007. The films of 1961, 1996, and 2007, they all sidelined the most essential character of the Eichmann capture, our contemporary Esther of the story. Operation Finale, it opens with a scene in a movie theater in 1956. As the film reels are in a motion picture inside of a theater, two sets of eyes set lock in a flirtatious stare with one another. The set of eyes, the first set of eyes, belonged to Eichmann's son, Herman Eichmann. And across the other end of the cinema, the other set of eyes belonged to a young Jewish woman known as Sylvia Herman, our modern-day Esther and Jewish heroine. The daughter of Holocaust survivor Lothar Herman, Sylvia was raised with limited knowledge of her Jewish identity. Her father only informed her of her Jewish identity and his internment in German concentration camps upon meeting her then-boyfriend, Herman Eichmann. Sylvia then made a faithful, noble decision. Sylvia concealed her own Jewish identity from Herman and collaborated with Israeli Mossad agents to collect information on Herman's father, Adolf, for his capture and extradition to Israel. Sylvia's story is eclipsed by dramatized accounts that tell the story of the men who captured Eichmann. However, it was a female Jewish heroine who was most responsible for Eichmann's capture and therefore extradition from Argentina. It was a female Jewish heroine who held accountable the greatest living enemy of the Jewish people, both during the time of Queen Esther and during the tumultuous period of Eichmann's capture. So may their centrality, the centrality of Jewish heroines, not go underappreciated by our people. We are forever grateful to them. Can you hear us sing? Be God's will. Amen.
Amen.
We rise now on page 103 for the Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol lateit gedula liyotzeh bereshit shalo ansana kigea ransot velo samanu kimishpachot ha'adama shalo sam kalkenu karchem v'gor aleinu kichol hamonam v'anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shehunetei Shamayim v'yosir haaretz U'moshiv Yekaro b'shamayim ima'al V'shchinatu zo V'govei meromim Hu Eloheinu ein od Emet Malkeinu efes zulato Kakatu v'torato V'yatata yom V'shivota El Avevecha Ki Adonai Hu Elohim B'shamayim ima'al V'yal ha'aretz mitzachad Ein od. We therefore hope in you, O eternal our God, soon to behold the splendor of your might. Then will false gods vanish from the earth, and the idols will be utterly cut off, to heal the world through the sovereignty of the Almighty. Then will all acclaim you as their God, and forsaking evil, turn to you alone. Let all who dwell on earth acknowledge that unto you every knee must bend, and every tongue swear loyalty. Before you, O eternal our God, let them humble themselves to your glorious name, let them give honor. Let all accept the yoke of your dominion, that you may rule over them soon and forever. For the dominion is yours, and you will rule in glory, as it is written, the eternal will reign forever and ever. V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz. Bayom hahu yihyeh Adonai echad. Ushemo echad. Remain standing. In just a moment, we turn to the mourner's cottage. Mourner's cottage may be found on page 107. In just a moment, I'll be including names from our Yahrzeit list as well as members of our community who recently passed. If you are observing a Yahrzeit or in the period of Shoshim of a loved one, please share with us the name of your loved one so that we as one community may pray for the elevation of their neshama to Shemayim above. Today's Yahrzeit list includes the following names: Goldie Prestenson, Solomon Namias, Melvin Watim, Harry Rothberg, Max Scholar, Harvey Marcus, Louis Bodock, Marge Francisco, Rachel Becker, Harold Levinson, Toby Rozovsky, Edward Sheff, William Natras, Sam Pfeifferman, Anna Bushbaum Manziano, Francis Goldstein, Estelle Rothberg, Rebecca Hoberman, Sean Simcoe, Milton Goldstein, Saul Barrelston, Doris Barron, Edith Simcoe, Gertrude Silverstein, Jean Better, Samuel Levy, Jenny Goodman, Eleanor Harris, Alan Cohen, Etta Peller, Charlotte Friedman. Recently passed from our community are the following names: Stephen Poland, Erwin Schwob, Ruth Lewis, Shlomo Laban Vogel, Bruce Estern, Francis Sadowitz, Phil Miller, Brian Leibowitz, Hirsch Poland, Cantor Mary Barron, Wendy Sansevieri, Ann Mushkel, Harry Roden, Sam Perlman, Gussie Blumenstock, Michael Berkowitz, Marcy Victor Banks, Christina Lona Scholar. Are there any additional names anyone is observing a Yahrzeit court here today or in the period of Shoshima?
Bob Bigos.
Bob Bigos. Any additional names? Okay. The words to the mourner's cottage once again are found on page 107. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah v'yalma dirach yirutzei v'yamlech malchutzei v'chayekon v'yamekon v'chayedecho beit Yisrael v'galav yizman kariv v'yimru amen Yahei shmei rabbah mivrach v'olam olamei almaya Yitzbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitraman v'yitnasei v'yitadar v'yitalem v'yitalal shemei v'kudashah b'reichu Laila Miko Birchata Vashirata Tushbekata Vanechamata Damiran Be'alma V'imru Amen Yehei Shlama Rabbamin Shamaya V'chaim Olenu V'yel Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen Oiseh Shalom B'imroma V'yaseh Shalom Aleinu V'yel Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen. You may be seated. We now have our announcements. We have our volunteer recognition dinner set for Sunday, March 23rd at 4 p.m. until 7 p.m. More information is in the weekly email. We have our Hebrew School open house and student Passover Seder set for April 9th, 2025 at 4:30 p.m. More information is in our weekly email. Second night of Seder is set for Sunday, April 13th at 6:30 p.m. More information in our weekly email. Spring Kala with Nifty is on Saturday, March 29th until Sunday, March 30th. More information is in the weekly email. Student Shabbat is set for March 29th. We have Yom HaShoah for Sunday, March 27th, 2 p.m. at the Senior Center, and Talking with the Rabbi Wednesday, March 19th and March 26th at 11 a.m. Okay. We now turn to page 108 for Ein Kilaheinu. Ein Keloheinu, Ein Gadonenu, Ein Kimalkeinu, Ein Kemoshienu, Mi Keloheinu, Mi Gadonenu, Mi Kimalkeinu, Mi Kemoshienu, Nodel Eloheinu, Nodel Adonenu, Nodel Malkeinu, Nodel Moshienu, Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu, Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu. Good Shabbos, everyone. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom.